Hello everyone. This afternoon I'm going to look at actually my running technique and where we are. I've been obviously working on things for quite some time now, on and off, depending on when I was doing triathlons. But what I want to see, you to see today is really the importance of having somebody to coach and help you understand your movement patterns and how things can change when you sneak into bad habits that affect how you run. So if we have a little look here very quickly, so there's my running technique, and I'm going to slow it down in a moment and just pick out some valid points. So let me just write a few lines on. So as you will see here, I've got myself in mid-air, and I've got a line across the top of my shorts and a line down the mid point. So if I go through here, you can see that left leg comes down and lands out to the side of the line. I've dropped down, but my shorts have stayed relatively level through that period, so I've got reasonably good hip control through there. If we continue on and go back up, so I'm mid-air and up on the line again, drop just a little bit on landing, drop a little bit more, but what you'll see here is that there's a bit of an angle on my shorts, and if I just move the arrow, you'll see there that I've come through a bit of an angle, suggesting that there's a little bit of weakness through that right hip, which is allowing my pelvis to drop off that nice flat line that we want. And you'll see my foot's covering that line, so we've come across into the midpoint there. And obviously that's putting more stress through maybe the ITB, maybe the lateral hip muscles, and causing me to just shift my upper body away. So you'll see my head's just tilted off to the right a little bit as well to counterbalance where my foot is. Now if we play this on just a little bit more, you can see the outside of my foot on the screen there. So my fourth and probably fifth toe would be exposed if I wasn't wearing a shoe. And you'll see that as my foot comes up, you'll see that foot whips out, and in that point there, you can see, and if we just move the arrow there, that my foot is coming around at quite an angle in there. So I've got some rotation in the foot, all probably secondary to what's going on. If we watch the other foot as it comes through nice and straight all the way and drives through the knee. So really interesting little things that are developing, and particularly on my right side, the right lower leg turning out, the right hip having a slight drop, my having to roll off to the side of my trunk on the right side, and just changes that I've adapted around maybe how I'm moving, tightnesses, maybe some weaknesses around the hip area, and it's affecting how I'm running and how I'm moving. And obviously there's increased risk of injuries developing in my leg, my knee, my hip, my back. So there's a number of different areas that are at risk if we don't have these things analysed properly and look at trying to correct them. I hope that's interesting for people to sort of have a look at and see some of the things that we want to look at when we're looking at things as running coaches, and how we can work with people to maybe correct things that you might know that you're doing at this stage.